So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom. Today, if you've opened up your World of Tanks client, you'll have seen that the M56 Scorpion is up for sale again. Now, I wasn't going to do this as a video today, but given the fact the Scorpion doesn't come up that often, I wouldn't say it's a rare tank, but it's not commonly available. They have sold it multiple occasions since it originally arrived, I guess around the middle of last year. But it's not freely available in the shop every day, so it's available now for 3 days, so it'll take you through to Sunday, I believe, in the EU server. You get the tank, a garage slot, 5,850 gold, 15 times 5 special missions and 10 personal reserves in a bundle for £31, which seems a lot, just under 40 euros. I don't know, that just seems rather a lot to me. You can, however, just buy the tank on its own with a slot for £15.50, or just under 20 euros, and I think that's probably a better deal, particularly since you're going to use this as a crew trainer for your American TDs. So what you get with the Scorpion, you get this little beauty. It looks like something out of I don't know, bomb disposal film, you know, one of those robotic things that drives up to a suspicious package and then blows it up. It's actually a light, very light TD. You can see where the driver used to sit, or would have sat. The gun is on the open here, and it was basically used as a fast response, sort of a mobile type TD. However, in the game, it's a little brute. It's got a fabulous gun. Has the 90mm 90mm M54 gun. Fires a really good rate of 7.69 rounds per minute. Average penetration of 219 with a standard round and 275 with APCR. Average damage of 240. Penetration with the HE shell is only 45. Average damage of 320. Dispersion has been buffed recently, is now 0.33, which is great. Aim time is a very impressive 1.9, which is also very good. And some of the things they've buffed on this tank around the gun performance are aim time on the move. If you traversed your gun or your tank in any way, the aim time comes in much quicker than it previously did, so that's all good, because I love this tank before any of the buffs. But it is very much a marmite tank. People either love it or they hate it, so it's a tough one to know whether it's worth buying. I had the advantage of playing it on the test server before it came out, and I fell in love with it, so it was a no-brainer for me to buy when I got it. But for some, they'll find this a little challenging. So let's have a look at some of the other stats here. I've got a very good crew in this, so you know, be aware of that. So reload time is 6.6 for me, as opposed to the standard 6.9. Gives me 9.1 rounds per minute, which is very good. The gun traverses at 12.8, which is okay. It doesn't traverse all the way around. It'll only do about a 45-degree angle each side of the tank. So again, you know, that's a little bit of a limitation, to be honest. Gun depression is very good, -10. So if you can get it to peek over the top of a hill, this is really good at that. Yeah, I think I've covered everything on the firepower side. Survivability, well, what survivability? This is a lightweight vehicle. It has 1mm of armor all the way around, so you get wrecked. It's just a sad fact of life of driving the Scorpion, is you have to avoid being seen wherever possible, because if people see you, they'll put a shell through you, and chances are they'll knock out modules or crew or what have you. With 1mm of armor, you know, anybody who knows you're there will change to HE, and they will pretty much annihilate you. If they don't one-shot you, they will destroy multiple modules and crew members with a hit. So armor is irrelevant. 820 HP is not too bad, actually. Mobility, it only weighs 7.5 tons and has a 200 horsepower engine, which gives it a pretty good speed of 45 and a good reverse speed now of 17. That's been buffed. I think it was around 12 before, so it's increased to 17, which is great because what it enables you to do is pop out, fire a shot, drop back quickly, whereas I used to find with the reverse being as slow as it was, I'd fire a shot and try and bug out as quickly as possible backwards, and you could never get away. If somebody turned their gun and, you know, like a big Russian 122 that are fantastic at snap shooting, right, would traverse its turret and bang, and you were gone. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. So at least they've improved that. However, the 45, it feels like, I mean, it should be able to do more than 45, and it's speed limited at 45, which is a shame really, because it'd be nice if it was a little bit quicker. So with all the buffs, I would love to have seen a bit of a buff on top speed to take that limiter off it. So concealment wise, it's a very small vehicle. It has very good camo values. I don't carry a camo net on this, but I have a crew that has, well, two of them 100% camo, one's 50% camo, so they're pretty good at it. However, what I do find with this tank is the camo value drops through the floor once you fire. So you're fine when you're hidden, and it's a perfect ambush tank. Once you've fired, you've got to assume that you're going to be spotted and you need to get out. I mean, to be honest, that's how you should play all TDs. Don't trust your ammo, don't trust your camo completely. Assume that you're going to be spotted. Spotting and view range is pretty good. 373 view range. I use binos because I think that adds considerably to that ability. In fact, let's see. No, actually, let me give you the actual view range. And that's the problem with this new setup, with this new way this chart only shows you what the crew can do that you've got on board. So you can see at the moment I've got brothers in arms, I've got a good commander with I've got recon, so I've got pretty much all the extras that you need. Let me just stick this. If I drop them to the barracks, how about that? Then I can see. Right, so 350 is your base view range. So I'm going to have to remember that when you look at these values here, they are all variable on the equipment you've got loaded and the crew you've got in. So you can see the base view range of this tank is 350 and signal range of 500. If I bring my crew back, goes up to 373. So yeah, pretty good. 350 for a tier 7 TD is pretty good. So I think did I mention that? I've probably neglected it in the excitement of seeing one of my favourite tanks available for sale. This is a tier 7 American premium TD. It's great because it has the same crew structure as everything along this line. So the Wolverine, the Jackson, the AT. I don't know about the AT8. What does that have crew-wise? T8, yeah, same. Yeah, so pretty much the whole way through this line has the same crew layout, which is great. So it's a really good training tank if you're going to be working down this line. And also, let's have a look at the other line. No, that has a different setup, so that's what I thought. Yeah, so this is a really good crew trainer for your, yeah, it's the same again, for everything that comes along the Wolverine, Jackson, T25AT, T28, T95, and does it do it on the T110? I haven't got this far, so you can see. No, so you lose that ability. So everything up to tier 9, if you're working this line, this is a really good crew trainer because it has the same number of crew, the same layout, so that's good. And you know, with premiums, that's what you use them for. You get the ×2 on your normal tank, you then put it in your premium tank and get ×2 again. So you get double the experience for your crew, and also they are better at credit generation, so that's also another good reason for doing it. So there you go, there's the little Scorpion, and it does sting, it really does sting. So equipment wise, I've put enhanced lane drive. It's already got a really good aim time, so it's questionable whether you actually need that. I put it on because I find, it is basically a mobile gun, and the mobile gun needs to keep firing. So anything at all to improve the aim time, it's got to be good. Binoculars I just mentioned because you are a sniping tank. You're a sit back and try and hit the enemy from range. Hopefully your friends are spotting things for you. But of course, we all know in random battles that doesn't always happen, so having binos makes a big difference as well. And of course, gun ramming, because you want to improve that ability to punch those 90mm shells through the enemy hulls. So let's go and see what we can do with this thing. So here we are on Poporovka. It's a tier 9 game. That's about as well. It is as bad as it gets for this tank, because being a tier 7. You can see up to tier 9s because it doesn't get preferential matchmaking, so the gods of wargaming have been a little unfair, almost as unfair as the guy who just said he's not won a single game today. So I jokingly said, "Have you not bought anything?" Because of course we know that buying something doesn't influence how well you play in the game, not at all. Anyway, heading out to the 1 line. I don't normally do this on this map. I prefer to go on the 6 line initially and then head up to the hill depending on how the lie of the land looks. But it's good to shake things up occasionally, not just constantly do the same thing. And I have to say, I've played a lot of games recently on this map, coming from this northern spawn, headed for the hill, and look round and found I've got no support or very, very limited support, and then just been YOLO'd by whatever's on top of the hill. So this time I'm going to try something different. I'm coming up here to the 1-2 line. I'm going to try, I've got the MT25 is up into the traditional E1 spot, and he should see lots of stuff. I don't like to see this VK and Tiger 2 also coming out here, but whatever. They're also firing random shots, which is not great. And there's a Jack Panther 2. Now we're using the gun depression. We're firing through the bushes here, so we should be safe. Can we hit his lower plate? Look at that. Don't know how far that is. Right on the extent of our render range. Managed 264 damage. Fired a speculative shot, not expecting to hit anything there, but you never know. So we'll push up, and we'll get into this lower bush, where we can still hopefully take advantage of anything moving that the MT25 sees, but hopefully are far enough away that we won't get spotted. And there's sort of a double bush here, so anything in front of us should have a hard time seeing us. Okay, so it's 0-0 still. I have to say, at this point in this game I was starting to get very nervous, because there you go, there's the Tiger 2, there's the VK, there's the Jag Panther 2 and the Charioteer, all parked very close behind me, and the Tiger 2 appears to like firing speculative shots, which is not much fun when the enemy thinks it's coming from a bush where you're hiding. So yeah. Anyway, Tiger 2's pushed the MT and said, "Come on, move, move, move," and I can sort of get that. We need to push this flank. Clearly the hill's looking in trouble, even though we're 1-0 down. And yeah, well, there's an LTTB. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit him, but I'm going to head up and get in another position where I can support these guys heading down. Never like to see the heavy tanks all down this flank. I just think it's a waste. There's our friend in the Jag Panther 2. Bounce that time. He's got a slight angle on us, which doesn't make it easy. Let's have another try. No idea whether I managed to hit him there. Certainly looked on target, so I probably hit him. Whether it pinned, I don't know, but we'll fire another speculative shot. Oh, Tiger 2's just been obliterated by the Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV. Can the Tiger... Oh, there goes the Jag Panther 2. And The LTTB is running for it, so our VK has decided to grow some and is heading in to try and take him on. That'll be an interesting matchup. I've only done 200 damage, which is really frustrating. Haven't really had any targets. It's fine coming over this flank. Oh, there goes the VK, he's down. It's fine coming over this flank, but you really need somebody to be. You need the enemy to help. Oh, and that was a nice shot on the super Pershing. I'm assuming that he was pointing away from me because I don't think I would have penned him otherwise. There's the Jagdpanther 2. Can we track him? No, we can't. But he's dead anyway. There's the KV-13. Nice tank, the KV-13. That one went nowhere near, went straight into the dirt. So there's the Waffleträger Alpha Panzer IV. Can we aim for him? Oh, I was counting on him carrying on moving there and he didn't. Very inconsiderate. Can we plant one in? He's a tier 9 target, so yeah, nice. Tier 9 target, so hitting him with a tier 7 gives us extra credits and extra bonus XP, which is good. So I know I said it last time, but I think that's everything on this side of the map. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So I'm going to head down towards the road and use the bushes along here. There's a Mutz. Don't know what he was sitting all the way back for, but it was. Can we get a shot? Can we get a shot? Waiting for the aim time. Oh, I rushed it in the end. Rushed it. I was sort of expecting to have a few more seconds there before I was spotted, but hey, well, what can you do? So the Mutz is heading up through the middle. There's the Super Pershing. Can we get a shot on him before he? No, it wasn't us. That was the Charioteer. Took him out. I hit him, but probably just after. And that was a shame because it meant that my shell against them didn't load quickly enough. So there's the KV-13, and we hit him for 223. Hit us in return. One thing to say about this, I have I use a large repair kit and a large crew medikit because being the fact this is a soft skin vehicle, when you get hit you tend to lose a couple of modules or a couple of crew members, so having that repairs everything in one go. So if you say lose the gun, lose the ammo rack and you lose a track, the large repair kit will repair all of those in one go, so that's good. It also, more crucially, it reduces all those the WOTs. Can we get a shot on him? Come on. Oh, woggling around all over the place. Again, he's in extreme range, right on the edge of well, my view range anyway. Yeah, so also with those large repair kits and large medikits, it reduces the chances of crew members or modules getting destroyed or damaged. So again, being the fact this is a soft skin vehicle, there goes the Mutz, I tend to put them on because I just think anything that reduces the chance of them getting hit is got to be worth it. So we're right up in the middle, push down that tree which gives away our position, but there's only 4 enemy tanks left. We've only got 5. They got 2 heavies though, and that's a tricky bit because one of them's an IS-6, which is pretty much, well, I'm going to say was full strength, it isn't anymore because we just landed one in his rear. There's also an IS-3 who's pretty much knackered. So it goes. Oh, the Panther 2 is going in on the artillery. I wonder how that's going to work out. IS-6 is using the low lie of the ground. Oh, and there you go. Didn't work out so well for Panther 2. He just got killed. So yeah, the IS-6 is using the undulations of the ground here to work his way around. I'm going to put a shot right into his side, but idiot I am, I was using heat, and heat shells get eaten by Russian tanks like that. So had a shot at the IS-3, but I think as we hit him, the Jagdpanther 2 also hit him, and that saved us from losing, meant we didn't lose any health. Didn't kill anything of his. Oop. Okay, IS-6. Can we get a shot on the IS-6? Yes, we can. 286. And look, the minimap's being obscured by that notification, but here comes the LTTB. And there's no way I can, well, I don't know what he was doing there. There's no way I can now. I mean, this thing spins quite quickly, but not compared to a light tank. Fix the engine because there's nothing else I can do, and then I get lucky. Jagdpanther 2 just wrecks him, so that's great. Can we finish off the IS? We can indeed, so that was great. Worked out nicely in the end. So the artillery is the only thing left. And this wasn't a monumental game by any means. I've had 3,000 and 4,000 hit point games in this, in the Scorpion in the past. It's going to be, well, probably just under 2,000, which is a pretty good game. I'm thanking the Jagdpanther for saving my life. The artillery must be up here somewhere. Let's see what we can see. Oh, there he is. Spotted him, but yeah, too late to fire. Good game. So that was first class mastery. Fire for effect. We finished up second on the team, 2,000 damage, or just over 2,000 damage, so a couple of those blind shots obviously worked, and the one kill, 1,007 base XP. Kudos to the Charioteer, had a great game there, 3,000 damage and 3 kills for 1,022 hit points. The Rommel killer here in the Jagdpanther 2 cleaned up 5 enemy, so yeah, good job from him too. So I fired 22 shots, hit with 12 of them, penetrated with 8. There was a lot of speculative firing, which, you know, is going to result in a low hit ratio for sure. 2,000 damage, of which 3/4 was at very long range. And that's the strength of this Scorpion. The gun is very, very powerful, pretty good accurate at long range. So you saw that first shot I had on the Jagdpanther 2, I was able to hit him under the lower plate from a range of, well, getting on for 450 meters, something like that. It was right at the end of my view range, so or my render range, more like. Took 2 hits, all 2 penetrated well with 1 HP, 1 millimeter of armor, or, you know, cardboard around everything you're bound to. Got 600 assistance damage, which is always nice. 60,000, almost 60,000 credits made after costs, including the APCR or the heat rounds I fired, gave me just over 41,000, which is not a bad return for a tier 7 premium tank at all. 1,510 base XP with a premium account, plus the bonus for being in a premium vehicle gave me 1,813 XP. Nice game. All in all, nice game. So here we are on Fisherman's Bay. It's a tier 7 game. I like Fisherman's Bay. I think it's one of the maps that actually allow every class to have a role to play. You know, the heavies can go and brawl in the city, or if they're so inclined to fight their way down the one line using the dip there. The mediums can play in the middle, up in that little town, influence either fight to either flanks. The TDs have got plenty of positions to get into where they can influence, and the artillery have got plenty of open space to use their abilities. So all in all, I think it's a really good map for everybody. So I'm coming up here on the left flank where the TDs tend to group, and unfortunately missed the chance to find that 12-ton. He whizzed away, but he's bound not to be alone, so I'm just scanning the trees there, see whether I can see anything. It's a T-34 up to my right. Can I get a shot on him? Should be able to hit him. Now, where did that shot go? That appeared to be perfectly aimed, but vagaries of the guns now that they've changed the accuracy. T-43, can I hit him as he comes up the slope? Come on. E25, right in my way, right where I was about to take the shot. So that's not worked out too well. So there's a Panzer IV, and again the shell just didn't disappear. So it's not been a great start. You can see the gun reloads pretty quick. Normally it's pretty accurate. Those 2 shots were, I don't know what happened to the first one, looked to be dead on line. Second one, yeah, maybe it dropped a bit, or maybe there was some terrain, maybe there's a building in between just as I fired, but whatever, it didn't hit. Coulda, maybe, shoulda, didn't. So we know there's quite a few heavies over. It looks like they've outnumbered us on the right, on our right flank, their left flank. Their mediums are getting involved. But it looks like we've won the one line. So I'm still waiting for something to fire. I know that there is going to be enemy TDs around the 1-2 line. I just know it. There goes our E25. Got impatient, decided to get involved. I'm quite pleased because he kept getting my way and I wanted to be in the bushes in. Oh, there's the SU-152. Now he can make a right mess of me, but he'll never see me at this range. Look at that shot, 256. Can we have another speculative shot? That seemed to dip, that shot. You notice how shots seem to dip a lot in these since they've amended it. Finally got the kill. It's 4-6, so we've lost our right flank almost totally. Pulling back round to make sure I can cover that. There's the SU and the Challenger. Right. Can't hit the SU, but we can hit the Challenger. There you go, 251. Nice, he's down. SU. Where's the SU go? Come on, give me a target. There he is. Don't think I hit him there, which is frustrating. Come on, Type 64. I'm really worried about the guys behind. But I need to support the attack here. So, SU, let's work him over. 246 hit. 2468, never too late. I promised I'd never sing again. I lied. 225. Can we get the kill shot? Yes. That seemed to hit the front of his gun, but it still killed him. So, it's 9 plays 7. But they've got almost all enemy. Oh, enemy Artie's just killed himself. So we should report him. There's the A40. Now, where did that shot go? There must be a building or something there, because that was weird. That was right on target. Can we? And I missed him again. Right, got to hit that turret. There we go. One hit. Only 297, which is annoying. Can we finish him off? Yes, we can. So he's down. Right, 10 plays 7. They've only got heavy tanks left. And they're in pretty good nick, actually. They're all around 1,000 hit points. So that's not great. But the swarm mentality approaches now, so let's see if we can get some side shots on these boys. I'd love to drive down that road, but there's too many heavies there that if they all turn around and blitz me, so I'm trying to take off one at a time. I'll come around here, see if we can get some side shots on these tigers down there. There's the Tiger P, one into the side of his turret. Drop back down, didn't appear to get spotted. Can I get a shot down into the side of the T-29? No, it's straight into the ground in front of me, which is really annoying, but I got spotted. So I'm going to go round. Use the mobility. Don't try not to be predictable, especially even in a TD with no armor. You try not to be predictable. Can we hit that? There we go. That's a good shot on the T-29. He wafts his shot. I'm loading premium now because I think I need it. Oh, don't know what happened there. I hit that tiger and did nothing to him at all, and he put 273 on me. Now it's not great. I've got premium loaded. Come on. And that wall would stop the shot if I kept firing it. So I'm moving on back round because that's just not a good scenario for me. There you go. 300. That was a good roll. Can we put another shell into him before he pulls back? No. Yes, we can. Oh, but that didn't do anything. Don't know why that didn't pen him. Should have done. So play a bit of housey farming around the thing. The Stummer Mill's gone round, and that's it. Good night, Vienna. So that turned out to be a second-class mastery, fire for effect. Actually, interesting. Win chance on that was apparently 35%. So there you go. Stick that one in your XVM pipe and smoke it. Where did we finish? 4th on the team on XP. Did 2,281 damage, 3 kills, 892 base XP, which is pretty reasonable. 23 shots fired, 13 hits, 11 penetrations. Just over half of them was at long range. Took 3 hits, all 3 penetrated. 1mm armor, what do you expect? We did 500 assistance damage, 62,742 gross credits. We fired a bit of premium, so we ended up with 38,500 profit, which is okay. You know, this is an okay credit generator. It's not massive, but it's pretty reasonable. Standard, you know, sort of tier 7, bringing in around 30 to 40,000 credits, I find, with a premium count. Typically, some days you'll have some battles you'll do better than that, but around about that kind of amount. 1300 base XP with the premium bonus gave us 1606 XP. So there you go, and that's the little devil. That's the little Scorpion. I love it to bits. I think it really is great fun to play, and the buffs have helped it. Certainly, I haven't noticed it particularly on the aim time, but the buff to reverse is very good. So it's only 5 miles an hour quicker, but 5 miles an hour when you're trying to get away from somebody firing a big arse HE shell at you is pretty important. So that's the Scorpion. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching. This is Gamer Dom. Enjoy your weekend. Have great battles. Enjoy yourselves. Try not to take it too seriously. It's just a game, guys. It's just a game. See you soon.